Are you tired of being stuck at home on your couch? Now, maybe you're doing great on your New Year's resolution goals and maybe you weren't, but now it seems like you have no way to exercise. And ordering takeout every other day certainly isn't helping you look or feel any better, right? Maybe you even want to exercise and you just don't know what to do. You don't have a lot of equipment around your house. You had a gym membership for that, and now those are closed too. My name's Brent, and I'm a certified personal trainer. And I don't just have this here as a prop to get your attention. I'm going to show you how you can use the couch or chair that you're sitting on right now watching this video to get a quick and effective workout in that's going to get your endorphins flowing and help you feel a hell of a lot better. So do yourself a favor, pause this video for a second, go grab a bottle of water, clear a little bit of space out in front of your couch, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do.
It seriously changed my life.
I've gone from a 40-inch waist to a 36-pant size, and those are loose.
You can tell the trainer what it is you want to achieve, and they'll help you get there.
The trainers here are awesome. Jen is fantastic to work with.
Getting back into it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
So the first thing that we're going to do, I'm going to call a forward fold to a standing Superman, okay? So we're going to fold down, nose towards the knees here. We're unlocking the knees slightly and allowing our body to hang a little bit. Then we're going to stand back up with good posture, shoulder blades going down and back, but hands reach towards the ceiling. We're not trying to crowd the ears with the shoulders, nice and low, head up nice and tall. We're going to come back down. We're going to breathe out on the way down. And breathe in on the way up. This doesn't have to be fast, this is nice and slow. This is just a good warm-up for the posterior chain, the back of the body. It gets pretty tight and also very lazy when we're sitting a lot. So back up, reaching towards the ceiling, shoulder blades down and back. All right, the next thing that we're gonna do is gonna be a slow high knee, okay? So it's just one knee up at a time. Hopefully we're passing the belly button on each rep. If we can't do that, that's okay. This is really just our warm-up round. This does not have to be super fast. We're about to make this a little bit harder. Okay, we're going to start just like this. And from a balance standpoint, this is a little difficult for some people. We're just going to reach up and touch the edge of the couch or the back of the chair, give ourselves a little bit of stability. And again, we're trying to pass the the belly button on each rep. Okay, so the knee should be coming past the belly button on each rep if we can. If we can't do that, that's okay. It's the best we can for our motion. Okay, so the next one we have coming up is going to be a couch-supported cross crunch, which is a crunch from opposite side here. We're going to bring the heels up, slide the hips in, so the knees are directly over the hips. And then we're going to place the fingertips interlaced behind the head, and we're going to bring opposite elbow to opposite knee on each rep. If we can come all the way up, that's great. If we just have little ranges of motion, that's okay. If we could at least get one shoulder blade off of the floor at each rep, that would be awesome. Okay, and this is just as far as we can go. It's going to be different for everybody, and that's just fine. Again, this is kind of a warm-up round. Make sure the back is being pressed into the floor on each rep. All right, stand back up, and we're just going to do what I'm going to call a couch box squat. So we're going to bring hips back, sit down onto the couch gently, and back up. Bring the arms out to counterbalance our weight. Be able to stand back up on each rep. Alright, this is not falling back onto the couch like we might like to do and popping back up. Try to use no momentum. Come down, touch gently, and stand back up. If this is super difficult, that's okay. We don't need to go very fast. We can come down, collect ourselves, and then do what we have to do to get back up to our feet. We're just doing as many as we can, at the speed that we can, during this 30 seconds. And that's right, one more and good. So now we're going to move into a little bit of stretching. We're going to do an active hamstring stretch. We're just going to sit on the floor. Legs out in front of us. We're going to unlock the knees. We're just going to lean forward towards the toes. And bring the nose down towards the knees. Okay, to relax that back hamstring a little bit. And we come back up. And we reach back down again. If we can't reach our toes, that's okay. All we're going to do is go to the back of our calves, give ourselves a little bit of pull, and back up. This should feel like a stretch though. This isn't supposed to be very super relaxing. You're trying to pull a little bit and get a little bit extra range of motion on each one. All right, and the last thing that we're gonna do is a hip flexor stretch, which is gonna feel great if you've been sitting a lot. I'm just gonna place the top of the foot on the seat of the couch, put the knee down on the floor, bring this foot forward so the ankle is loaded directly into the knee, and then we're gonna push forward the hip into the floor as if we're trying to bring this hip bone down to here. Okay? Now, if you don't happen to have AstroTurf in front of your couch for some reason, and you don't have carpeting, you may want to put a blanket or something down in order to protect the knee. A small pillow will work too. We're just gonna lean in and hold that. And then we're gonna come back out, and we're gonna stand back up. We're getting ready for round 2. Now, if we're huffing and puffing a little bit, we can pause the video and just take a second to get our heart rate back down. Grab a sip of water if you need to, and then come back. Okay, no shame in slowing down a little bit. If you can keep going, keep going. If you can't, pause and come right back to us. We're gonna do second set. All right, welcome back. So if you took a break, that's fine. If you didn't want to keep going, that's fine too. The nice thing about this being a video and not a class, you can pause it if you need to, right? So we're gonna move on and do a progression of each exercise. Just gonna mean it's gonna be slightly harder. If you can't do that, then we're just gonna go back together. For example, the first one is a bodyweight good morning. We're gonna place the fingers behind the head, keeping the back straight. We're gonna unlock the knees and push the hips back. Drive back up to the standing position and back down. Now, if this is too difficult, we should feel a stretch in the hamstrings and we should feel a contraction as we come back up. If it starts to light up the low back, we just relax the hands, we go back down to that fold. And then standing Superman. So this is true of all these exercises. If we can't do the progressed version, we just go back to the other one. If we can't do the progressed version, let's give it a shot. All right, the next thing that we're gonna do is a progression of the slow knees. We're gonna go hopping behind you, okay? So we're gonna hop back and forth to each foot. This is much more difficult from a balance standpoint. So if this is a little scary, we can either hold on to the side of the couch gently as we do this, or we can go back to the marching slow high knee, right? We still wanna try to bring the knee above the navel on each rep. If this is all we can do, that's great, there's nothing wrong with that. And if we're able to do the hopping high knee, that's awesome. Okay. We also, if we get going on one of these and then we feel like we can't continue, we can just regress halfway through the set. Okay, there's no shame in that. The next thing that we're going to do is going to be an unsupported cross crunch. Same motion, just no help from the We're going to lay down, still loading the knees over the hips, still going to lay some fingers behind the head, and we're going to go opposite side, opposite knee as well. And again, we're going as far as we can. If that's just getting the shoulder blade off the floor, that's fine. Try to make sure you're not just moving the arm though. Like I said, it's not an ab exercise. So we're trying to rotate the rib cage and lift that shoulder blade up off the floor. And if this is too tough and you have to put the feet back on the couch, that's fine too. And then for the last one, we're going to do the bodyweight couch box squat jump. Okay, so it's just what it sounds. We're going to push the hips back, touch, and instead of just standing at this time, we're going to jump up. We're going to lift our arms up above our head as we do that. Okay, hips come back. Now this is a fairly metabolic movement. It's going to get your heart rate going quick if you're able to leave the floor. So if we can't continue to do this for the full 30 seconds, we just return to the box squat. Just come back and touch, shoulders down and back as we finish. And that's the purpose of having a progression and regression, right? Nothing wrong with it. So now we're going to stretch out the inner hamstring and the inner thigh here. So we're going to drop down on one knee here. Same thing with the blanket underneath the knee. One leg out, directly to the side of us. We're going to leave the foot pointing straight forward. And then we're just going to take the hip and drop it back onto this heel. Okay, we're trying to bring this leg down as close to forward as we can get it. We're real flexible. We can bring this knee out wide and drop down even lower. That's great. That's okay too. We're just going to hold this stretch. You want to get more hamstring and less inner thigh, and turn the toe up towards the ceiling and continue to drop it. And now we're going to switch sides to the exact same motion. So lower the hip over the knee, Foot out to the side, hips come back, leg down towards the floor as far as we can get it. We can get wide here, that's great. If we're just here and that's a stretch, that's fine too. Okay, so we're gonna walk ourselves out a little bit and try to get as low as we can, dropping this hip back onto our heel and trying to push that leg down towards the floor. Hold that for about another 10 seconds. If this is really tight for you and you want to come out a little bit and then sit back into it, that's fine. All right, and then the final thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the other side, this hip to the hip flexor stretch. So we're going to put the top of the foot on the seat of the couch, bring this foot forward. This hip is going to come forward towards the floor. We're keeping our chest up nice and tall. If we're able to lift our arm up and stretch out our lat and stratus on the side, that's fine. Just leaning across. A little bit for you. Forward, up, across. And we're going to hold that stretch into it as best we can, as far as we can. And allow our body to just kind of sink into that. Another 10 seconds. Alright, and as we finish, we're going to come back up. And that's the end of our second superset. So again, if you need to pause, fine. If you want to keep going and you feel good, great. No shame in either. I'll see you back here in a second. Alright, welcome back. Third set coming at you. So we're going to start with the arms over head. Good one. So arms on the ears, you're going to stay there the whole time. Again, back flat, very important in this one. Knees unlock, hips come back, reach back towards your couch here. And then drive back up through your heels using your hamstrings to pull your hips down. Again, this is not a rounded back motion. You shouldn't feel this too much in the lower back. Alright. Now again, this is a progression, and if we need to bring the arm back down and place a little bit of weight back down towards the center of the body, that's fine. And if the first one was difficult enough, there's no problem, just go back to that, or just lean forward for the tool. And then up to the standing Superman. You know, shoulder blades down and back, chest up nice and tall. Alright, so the next progression, we're going to do high knees, but we're going to do hopping and fast, okay? So that's going to look like this. We're going to keep the chest up nice and tall, and we're just going to hop back and forth, okay? This is going to feel fairly metabolic. You're going to get your heart rate going. It's okay if you can't continue to do this for the full 30 seconds. If we need to go back to a slower hop, or just a slow march, that's fine. Again, if this feels unstable at all, we've got the couch here to support us. Alright, so we're going to go through whichever version of this is good for us. If we have to stop halfway through the set and just slow down a little bit, that's fine. The next thing that we're going to do is going to be a bicycle crunch. So no support, and now I'm moving the legs and not just the elbows. So, lean back. Again, hands behind the head, and now we're going to bring one knee forward, leave one leg out, lift that heel off the floor, and we're going to go opposite side, opposite knee, now moving the legs back and forth as well. Again, if this is super tough, and we need to just stop the leg motion and just go back and forth with the elbows, that's fine. And if we're having a tough time and we need foot supported, that's okay too. And the final thing we're going to do is kind of fun. It's called sliding jump shot. So if you ever play basketball, that's all it is. You're just sliding to your right, taking your shot, sliding to your left, taking your shot, we're going to go back and forth. Okay. That's super tough. We can regress to any of the previous motions, which would be the box squat with the jump. Or just a regular box squat, hips touch, stand up, shoulders back, nice and tall. Now, we're not going to do any stretching at the end of this one. We already did a good job on our lower body with that. We're going to move on to the upper body. So if your legs are screaming right now, don't worry, we've got some upper body stuff coming up in the next superset. If you need to take a break, that's fine. I know I'm going to. And if you don't, that's okay too. Just keep going. Good for you. Alright, welcome back again. So, if you're still with me, first of all, congratulations. The next exercise is just for you. I want you to put your hand out in front of you, palm towards the ceiling. Just like this, go ahead. And Then you reach back here and come. Good job, you're doing great. All right, so next we're gonna do a couch push-up. We're gonna put the hands as wide as we need on the couch here and toes back on the floor. And we're just gonna come down and back up. We wanna make sure the back is flat and the hips are in line and not popping back like this, okay? Now push-ups can be tough. If these are super hard, we're just gonna drop to the knees, still keeping the back straight, knees and hips in line with the shoulders, and down and back up. We do as many of these as we can for the time we have. If we get to the point we just can't do anymore, that's fine. Just take a little rest, allow yourself to get some breath back, and then go back into it as long as you can. Now, the next one, we're going to do a couch step up. So we're going to plant the foot on the couch, step up on, and then step back off. Now, if your couch is super soft, this can feel a little precarious. So what we can do is just use a chair, okay? So, or a small stool. Step up and back down. Now, I know I said we were going to do upper body. This is, again, a lower body exercise, but having some lower body stuff in here is going to help keep our heart rate up a little bit more than just fully upper body. So that's why we're doing this right now. Now, for the next exercise, we're going to be doing a couch dip. So we're going to move to the edge of the couch here. We'll put our palms on the couch behind us. We're going to keep our feet planted on the floor, knees over the ankles. We're just going to drop down and come back up. Okay, now this is a little bit difficult on the shoulders because we're bringing the elbow so far behind the body with some weight on it. If this doesn't feel good, that's okay. We can move into a high knee shoulder circle. So we're just going to come back and forth, knees nice and high, arms going in circles, and then we're going to go the opposite direction. Okay? And again, if you can do the dips, that's great. If those don't feel good on your shoulder, if you have shoulder trouble, that's fine. This is a fine exercise for you. Next thing we're going to do is jumping jacks. So we're going to jump out with the feet, up with the hands, and back down. We're just doing this as fast as we can. It doesn't need to be super fast. If we can't hop, if that hurts our knees or our back for some reason, we're just going to step to one side, arms up and still touch, and back down. Okay? What I don't want to see is like the half-ass, kind of like flailing your hands back and forth, but not actually going to the full range of motion with the arms. So it's going to feel good to move the arms up and down, form the shoulders up a bit, especially if you've been seated on the couch or a computer a lot and you work from home. Okay, so up and back down. Okay, we're going to move into a stretch now. So we're going to do shoulder windmills. These are a little bit difficult to do without any sort of support. I would recommend that you grab a pillow. If you're foaming one of those are great. We're just going to lay down straight, put the shoulder under the body and out, and then tuck a pillow here. We're going to come up and around, staying as close to the floor as we can with the hand, and then coming back across. Okay, up and around, fingertips to the floor best we can, and return. You switch sides. Up, around. And it should feel like a stretch, not a strain. Okay. Let's do one more rep of that. Okay. And we're going to do one more ab exercise. I'm going to lay back. We're going to put our fists on the ground next to our ears. We're going to put our feet on the ground. We're just going to bring our elbows to our knees. And starting position. And we're going to do the best we can. If that's just getting the shoulder blades up and just lifting the feet up and the rest is a little bit too much, that's fine. As long as we're getting the shoulder blades up off the floor, that would be it. Okay, so that's the end of our first upper body set. We're going to take a quick break if we need to. If you want to keep going, that's fine too. You can hit pause now if you need, and if not, it's going. Okay, next set. So what we're going to do now is going to be a foot elevated push-up. Now let me say before we continue with this, upper body stuff can be really hard. A lot of us have these strong legs. Some of our upper body strength may not be where we want it to be. There's no shame in your game if you have to do something simpler than even what I'm showing you, okay? If you can do a regular push-up on the floor on your knees, that's totally fine. Don't feel like you have to try to keep up with this if some of the stuff is a little bit too much. A lot of you are going to be able to do it. Some people are going to have to stay with the beginning exercise. There's no problem, okay? So feet up, push-up position, and come down and back up. We're trying to keep the elbows over the wrists the whole time. We should be coming out like this or back behind us. Chest should be coming to the floor, but the lower arm should be relatively still. And again, this is super tough and we need to just go to a regular push-up, that's fine. Or if you need to turn around and use the couch, that's fine too. So for the next one, we're gonna do a step up with a knee raise. Now, as you saw when I did the first one, this couch is pretty soft. I'm gonna do this on the chair. You can do this on the couch if it's firm enough for you, doesn't really matter. If you wanna go get a small step or stool or something like that, that's totally fine. We're just gonna step up. Now the opposite foot is gonna come up. We're gonna drive that knee forward and come all the way back down to the floor. Now this doesn't seem like a big change, but this is actually a pretty metabolic increase here. So if we can't heart rate wise keep up with this, we can just come back to the regular step up and step down, whatever pace works well for you. And next we're going to do dips again, but instead of having the feet supported, now that we're a little warmed up top, if our shoulders lengthen us, now if that's not good for the shoulders like we talked about, we can still do the high knees with the arms. If this is a little easier for you, we can go a little bit faster. You can get that fast high knee or hopping high knee with shoulder circles as well. Okay. Now the last thing we're going to do is a side crunch curl. This is a little difficult. This might take a little longer, 30 seconds to explain. So what we want to do is grab behind the thigh with the elbow on the floor. What we're going to do is curl our leg up as we also bring our leg up to our opposite elbow. So arm out straight, body slightly raised up top on the shoulders here. Crunch up and back down. We're trying to use the arm to pull in, get a little bicep activation here, and also tuck the knees on each rep. Now we're going to switch sides. Same thing, palm on the back of the thigh. This leg out straight, hand on the back of the head, elbow on the floor. And we're going to tuck everything in and back out, trying to use the arm to pull this thigh in. Feel a little bicep activation as we go. Now we're going to stretch out those biceps. We can do this a couple of different ways. So we can sit on the floor. We can put our hands on the couch as narrow or as wide as we need to. And just turn the chest up. If this is a good height for you, you can sit on something like a stool chair. You also can sit on the couch. Reach back if this is a better distance. And the closer we can bring the hands, as long as we can bring the chest up nice and strong, we get much more of a stretch here. If this is tough and we need to be wide, that's okay too, whatever's comfortable for you. You're going to try to rotate the soft part of the elbow up, out towards the camera here, away from you, and keep the chest up the whole time. Okay? And then for the ab exercise, we're just going to extend the legs and arms this time to do what's called an ab cocoon. So arms all the way out, feet all the way out, tuck all the way in. Come out, try not to touch the feet to the floor or the hands, so there's no rest. And just continue like this. So since we're extending the legs out further and the hands out further, there's more pressure on the abs. There's also more pressure on the back. If this doesn't feel good on the back, let's put the feet back on the floor, fists back next to the ears, and just come into that little crunch shape. All right, you're doing great. We only got one round left, so if you need a breather, grab some water, pause the video, that's fine. If not, let's go, you're almost done. Okay, last superset coming at you. Now I gotta be honest before we start, this is tough, okay? So it requires a lot of body strength to do the things we're about to do. Not all of us have a ton of that, and that's fine. So if you need to stay regressed at the very first exercise, if you just want to jog in place, just keep your heart rate up as we finish this last 2 minutes, that's fine too. There's no shame in your game if you can't do some of these things. This is extremely difficult, and I just want to acknowledge that right now, okay? The first thing we're going to do is apply clapping push-ups. That's as difficult as it sounds. So we're going to get a push-up position, bring the chest all the way to the floor. We're going to explode up through the hands and then clap. Again, if you can't do a ton of those, we do regular push-ups, that's fine. If you're feeling super strong still, but not quite ready to leave the floor, you can bring feet up and come back down to that elevated, foot elevated push-up. All right, now this next one, again, metabolically very difficult. If you can't do it, it's okay. We're gonna do a step up with a knee raise, but first a reverse lunge. So, foot planted in front of whatever we're stepping up on. Leg comes back into a reverse lunge. This leg comes forward onto the surface. Drive the knee up, come back down. Step, switch legs. All the way up, back up, come back down, switch legs. Again, this is tough. If we have to remove the lunge, step up with the knee, that's fine. But just the regular step up is all we can do right now. That's cool. If you want to do high knees in place, totally fine too. Okay. Now the last one is going to be a foot elevated tip. Again, super tough. Again, not super friendly on the shoulder if we have shoulder troubles. We're going to set something out in front of us, whether it's another chair, an ottoman, something to that effect. Same position with the hands. Now the feet are up. A lot more weight on the arms. Come down and back up. Okay, deep as we can with this. If it doesn't feel good, stop. Okay, this isn't about fighting through the pain. This is finding a healthy range of motion for you. Some people have shoulder problems. There's no problem with progressing this. You have to go straight leg. That's fine. Foot planted, cool. And also, the shoulders aren't feeling great today. Just those circles with the knees is fine. Okay, so last thing. It's going to take maybe more than 30 seconds to explain. We're going to get into a side plank position. Again, if our shoulder doesn't like this, we're going to stay down on our knees. If we're feeling strong, have good shoulder strength, we're going to extend the feet out. We're going to stack them on top of each other with the side of the foot on the floor. We're going to lift this hip up off the floor, get in a good side plank position. Then we're going to reach up. We're going to take this hand, we're going to reach back and try to touch the back of our ribs. See, my body actually rotates as I do this. Coming back out and up into this almost iron cross type position. And then back down. You can tell by my breathing, this is not super easy. So we're going to try to do 2 more reps of this on this side, and then switch. And everything's the same, just roll over to the other side. Feet stacked. Legs straight. You really should be able to see your legs. If you can, that means they're not actually in line with your body. So make sure that your ankles are in line with your hips and shoulders. Elbows should be loaded under your shoulder, not up high. Lift up, arm up, down, reach to the back, and back up. We're going to do 5 more of these. 1, 2, 3, last 2, we're almost done. Great, all right. Congratulations, if you're watching this, that means that you finished the workout, which I'm sure most people didn't. So good on you. If you want to give yourself another pat on the back, well done. Now, we do want to continue to offer this throughout this situation. And so I have homework for you. Obviously, I'm standing in a well-equipped fitness studio and have all the things here that I would need to do a regular workout. I understand most people don't. When things get tough, the tough get creative, and we're trying to get creative for you so we can continue to offer value through the situation and so you're able to continue to stay healthy and well. Now, homework is, I want you to try to find a backpack that has a handle on the top and the bottom, or a suitcase if that's what you have, that's fine. And a lot of you probably purchased some of these when you were out shopping. These are going to come in real handy. Each bottle weighs about 1 pound. And so what we're going to do is throw these into the bag in order to create just the perfect weight for us for each exercise. Now, if you don't have a pack of water, I'm not asking you to go out and purchase one. Okay? Obviously, that's not ideal right now. You can just fill plastic water bottles you have around the house, reusable ones. I would not recommend glass because we're going to throw a bunch in the bag at a time. It might not be perfect, you may only have 3 or 4, and that's fine, it'll be better than nothing. Just go ahead and get that set up for tomorrow. We're going to continue to try to come up with creative ways to help you get a workout during this. And this is a free workout, this is going to be free throughout the continuation of this, so please subscribe, please follow our page, and if you would so kindly like and also share this to either your page or someone that you know that would get value out of this. We'd like to spread this so people are able to continue to stay active in a creative way throughout the situation.
You need someone to guide you, and you get the guidance here at Land & Lux.